Prince Edward County, known for so many things, such a popular destination these days. We're here in the center of the county in beautiful Picton, and of course the county's known for beer. It's known really for wine. It's known for incredible food and the best beaches around. But how can you get that together without the sand? Well, you can here at the County Canteen right here in Picton. Oh, that's good. It's not uncommon for me to be behind a bar. I feel like it's home. If there was a couch here and a flat screen, I would never leave. This is Drew. Drew is the owner here of the County Canteen, and look at this. Can I pull a Barney from The Simpsons and just put my head under and... No, I'm not really going to do that. Maybe later. One of the things, before we get into the food of this fantastic place, is it was always about the beer, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
when we
true.
think of the county, we think of wine, but the county's much more than wine these days, and beer is part of it. And who does not love a nice cold beer or multiple varietals of beer? And we can see we have tons of beer here. How important is beer to this place?
Beer is probably what this was built on. It kind of started the whole deal as just a little brew pub. We always joked that it was going to be like 4 taps, a couple snacks in between, and it kind of just grew into this monster. It was one of those things, once I met our chef and we started doing some food pairings and realizing what we could do with food and beer, it just took off from there. And of course, there was the wine aspect as well, but there's like a little saying that it takes a lot of good beer to make some good wine.
That's right. And that's the thing. You have a lot of good beer. I know from talking on my show about this place that you do have a couple domestic famous brands hidden away in a fridge somewhere, but it's really about people coming in and trying some micro brew or some small batch brew or something like that, right?
It really is. I mean, we kind of decided to go an opposite direction from where everyone else usually goes, all the usual suspects, only because there's other options that people don't even know about.
I think the fun thing that we could do right now is have me pour the beer, because A, I know I'm not going to have to pay for it, and B, I know I'm going to make a mess and I'm not going to have to clean it. So what's the first thing that we have to do when pouring a beer?
Most important thing, have clean glassware, right?
Yeah.
Give your glassware a rinse. From there, I'm going to hand it to you.
You know, if there was a chemical spill, this could be an eye wash station.
Definitely.
Okay.
That
All right.
or a mouthwash.
So this is an official, it's a pint glass,
Yep.
right? And so when we order a pint, we're actually getting a pint, right?
Exactly. There's 2 different pints. There's an imperial pint, and then there's a standard pint.
Yeah.
One's 16, one's 20. We're pretty much always 20 ounce. The beer's
Heck yeah. Okay, so what is the cat's behind here?
This is my session beer, which is a little bit more than what most people like, but it's absolutely amazing. We just did a collaboration brew with these guys. They're actually called Flying Monkeys up in Barrie. And this one is their IPA, which is actually on Rate Beer, the best IPA in all of Canada.
India Pale Ale.
That's right.
Right? Okay, very, very hopsy,
Yep.
right? Okay.
You're going to smell it as soon as you start pouring it.
I'm going to smell it because I'm going to get it all over myself, Drew. That's how we're going to do this. All right. All right, okay. Okay, tell me when to stop.
Now keep going. There you go. What you want to do is get a vortex. You want the head to build from underneath.
Okay. The County Canteen does not rest on its laurels. Not only the taps, but the equipment too. Drew, you got to make the beer if you're going to drink the beer, right?
Right.
So tell us about all this equipment.
All right, basically what we've got here is an entire brewery in the space that I always joke is like a service station.
Yeah, right.
I haven't confirmed this yet, but I think we might have the smallest microbrewery in all of Canada.
It's very cool.
The reason you see stuff hanging up from up here is usually a brewery will sprawl out and take a bunch of space, but because the kitchen stole all my space with all their skills, we ended up having to make it the smallest brewery you could possibly have. So this is actually a full mash brewery. So we start from grains, hops, and yeast. So we kind of go with all the basics. We start from scratch. We're using a lot of county hops.
Yeah, they grow hops in the county. There's hops farms in the county, kind of in the western part, right? before we talk to Jerry in the kitchen and taste some of the delicious food here at County Canteen here in downtown Picton, we decided to speak with the better half of the ownership group. It's Nat, and Nat, of course, you are related. Your husband is Drew, who we just spoke to.
Yes.
And you've joined us with some wine because we can't forget that, although there's some great beer here, lots of people immediately associate Prince Edward County with wine, so it's important to have a good wine list too.
Absolutely. My husband and I, we're a good pair. He's the brewmaster, and I took care of the wine, which is a bit of a bonus for me because I love wine. And Prince Edward County is just streets ahead of in Ontario with their wine at the moment. It's becoming that go-to destination. You come around, you go to some wine tours, you go to sandbanks, you visit some of the, you visit Main Street, and that's your weekend.
Let's talk a little bit about the idea. How did you come up with an idea to have a place like this and call it a canteen? Because when I'm thinking of canteen, I'm thinking of the place where I get a very mediocre French fries at a hockey arena. But I mean, a canteen is much more than that.
Yeah, it is a lot more than that. A canteen is a very English word, and it's more to do with, it's a bit of a providor for the area around. It's just a place where you get food, just another word. But we came up with the idea about, I don't know, like, we've always been discussing it for years actually, and it was finally probably about when my son was 3, probably a few years ago, and we thought, no, let's do this. So we started planning our move from Australia to Canada, and this is where we ended up.
For people who are having intimate get-togethers, you got a big group, you got a whole room in the back.
Well, that room's actually our tasting room, so that's where we're going to be doing food pairings, wine pairings, beer pairings, the whole lot. So that's kind of what that was dedicated for.
The idea is to come, not feel pretentious at all by anybody here, have a beer, have a drink, and have some great food. We're going to go talk to Jerry next in the kitchen and find out about some of the amazing food here at the County Canteen. Fantastic beer, amazing wine, great libations, but none of it works without a delicious menu and a great chef. And here we are in the kitchen of the County Canteen. Jerry is the head chef here, and Jerry, it's easy to throw some mozzarella sticks into a fryer and serve it up, but that wouldn't work with such a great varietal of beers and wines. You want to kind of kick it up a notch, and I was saying to Drew, the owner, a bit earlier, that almost gastropub it, although I hate that term, but you want to have food that everybody knows, but you want it to be just special, fresh, and delicious.
That's right. I mean, that was my basic intention was to, to take that traditional pub menu and make it something that maybe a lot of people haven't experienced, which is, handmade pub food.
Okay, what are we making?
Okay, well, so today we're going to make, the most popular dish is a fish taco.
Everybody loves fish tacos. These things exploded in California, Southern Cal, and we brought Southern Cal here to PEC.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of tourists this summer, and some of them were from California and Mexico, and they love them. So
okay, let's get going.
So that's basically the shell. And again, those organic greens I was telling you about.
These are the legal ones, legal greens.
Yes, these are the illegal ones, unless you live in British Columbia. And then a salsa. The tomatoes are from Hagerman's Farms. The onions are also from Hagerman's Farms. I grill the onions and char them to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor.
Well, Jerry, it's about layers, right? Like you layer the flavor and add to it, and it's just fantastic.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so the basic procedure with this is very simple. It has to be simple when you sell $1,200 a month.
1,200 fish tacos.
For a little restaurant.
Now this can't take very long to cook, right?
It doesn't take very long at all. A couple of minutes. Okay, so these tacos are done. That only took a couple of minutes. And we put 2 pieces on each taco, like that. Okay. And we have a sauce that people actually want to buy. Just a little bit of coleslaw as a garnish.
I bet you, I could be wrong, but I bet you some people take even some of that coleslaw, put it on for a little crunch.
I don't put it on, I mean, that is tradition,
Yeah.
right? I allow them to do it themselves.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
All right.
and that's the dish.
There's the County Canteen fish tacos. Because it's tacos, can we call it the Cantina fish tacos?
Sure you can.
All right, let's try.
Okay,
Here we
by all
go.
means, go ahead.
All right. I am no stranger to, well, this isn't even danger, it's just delicious. So what you got? The delicious flavor. Where's your?
I'm right here. Sorry.
You get the vegetables in there, but the first thing you taste, which is so good, is the fish and the light batter. I love the sauce, you're right. I would buy a container of it because it's just a little spicy, but adds to the flavor. And then it's just amazing. Okay, welcome back. Dish number 2, Jerry, we're cooking some wings. These are not your average wings on the menu, they are the
Canteen wings. What I'm trying to do here is create some drama.
smells amazing.
So what I normally would do is try to build it, have some height to it, give it a look. That's the look I'm looking for, that I want everybody to do when they're making these wings. And then I want to splatter the plate with the sauce to give it a look. And that is done by holding it above, and that's the look I want. And then you can actually just pour a little bit more sauce on there, because people love sauce. And a little bit of toasted sesame seed. And then of course the ranch. And a couple of carrot sticks. And a couple of, and that is the caisson wing.
Okay, here we go. Fantastic. You get immediately that kind of Thai Asian flavor with the spice. I feel I have this all over my face right now. But it's delicious. Crispiness of the chicken, big, huge, meaty pieces, nice and crispy. There's nothing worse than a soggy wing, so it's really good. And we'll try it in a bit of the homemade ranch sauce. It's like hot eats, cool treats, right? That cools it down. Amazing. Delicious. This would go so well with that amazing IPA just had, which is good. But come on down here. Wings, fish tacos, the burgers look amazing. Great dinner menu as well. County Canteen. Try it out.